One of the largest predators to have existed was that of the giant Megalodon. It could also be argued that it was one of the greatest predators to have lived on our planet. Scientists have given many reasons why this giant went extinct. Some range from climate changes, while others suggest their main food source, which was whales, migrated to colder waters. But some scientists and researchers have said the main reason for its decline comes down to its size. This shark was massive. Megalodon could easily reach lengths of up to 60 feet, and had a bite more powerful than that of Tyrannosaurus Rex. Strangely enough, although sharing a timeline that would have placed this creature on Earth around the same time as our prehistoric ancestors, suddenly and rapidly the giant Megalodon went extinct. Though many would remark the size of the Megalodon made it an incredible predator that helped to allow the creature to dominate the oceans during its reign, the truth is that the creature's large stature actually proved to be more of a hindrance in nature than an actual benefit. In order to support its massive body weight and muscle growth, the body of the Megalodon had a tremendous metabolism, and this essentially meant the Megalodon had to constantly be on the hunt. This calorie requirement would have forced the Megalodon to eat more than 2,500 pounds of meat a day, and it needed to do this just to survive, meaning the creature would have easily starved if prey was to decline in the areas it dominated. Given the fact the diet of this massive shark was made up of mostly whales, turtles and seals, the Megalodon would have been forced to be in a constant state of hunting just to meet its daily calorie requirement, even going as far as possibly eating its own young in times of stress, and engaging in risky behaviours just to locate a possible food source. This is one of the reasons why researchers and scientists say the Megalodon went extinct. Scientists say there's no way a predator of this size would be able to survive in the current day. Why then are there scattered reports of people encountering abnormally large sharks in our oceans? These accounts have been reported for hundreds of years, and each report follows a similar theme. One of the most famous accounts comes from Australia. Back in 1918, a researcher by the name of David Steed, an Australian expert in natural history, wrote about the strange event of when a number of fishermen located to the area of the sighting claimed to quit their jobs, and even refused to go back into the open sea after witnessing a sighting of a massive shark. The men went on to say the giant shark had eaten their entire loaded net in one bite. This giant shark also destroyed all of their gear and nearly sunk their entire boat. The reports came from lifelong fishing veterans and not from amateurs unaware of the ocean life around them, more than familiar with whales and already known species of sharks to have prevented them from being frightened. Despite this experience, they still claim the shark they witnessed was far larger than any shark they had ever witnessed. According to the gathered information from the researcher, the shark in question was believed to be over 90 meters long and pure white in color. 90 meters would mean you'd be looking at a shark over 295 feet in length. Some which say discredits the encounter altogether, as no shark has ever been recorded reaching those lengths. Others have looked up the case and suggested the men did in fact encounter a real shark, but that the size of the creature has been increased over the years to make the story more outlandish. One suggestion was that the men encountered a shark reaching over 50 feet in length. One thing some researchers picked up on was the colour of the shark. The men said as they was close to the water they could see a disturbance happening just below the surface. One of the crew members then saw a few fish dart away from the disturbance. Shortly after, a large white shark could be seen passing by them. The men couldn't believe what they were seeing and could easily rule out the creature being a type of whale. One theory that's been put forward was that the men did indeed witness a shark, but due to the crew being scared at the time they weren't able to get an accurate measurement of the creature. Animals are always bigger in real life, and if you have a large shark in front of you it will always seem bigger than what it actually was. This is why some people have put forward the theory of it being a whale shark. The largest fish in the ocean is that of the whale shark, and some can reach enormous sizes. Whale sharks can be found in tropical oceans around the world. They have a calm temperament and are known to researchers and divers as gentle giants. Although these creatures are normally blue and white in colour, it's been suggested that what the crewmen saw was an albino whale shark. This would explain the ghostly colour of the shark. It can also grow to over 12 meters or 40 feet in length, with some fishermen saying they've seen whale sharks reaching well over 20 meters or 65 feet in length. Being close to an albino whale shark would be scary, especially if you've never seen one in the wild before. With that being said, whale sharks only feed on plankton, and this goes against what the crewmen saw. They said they watched as the giant shark turned over the clay pots and ate everything that was nearby. A whale shark has never been observed doing this, and researchers have said it never would. Although the albino whale shark could be a potential candidate, it seems unlikely as it would never eat crayfish. Again, it's been suggested by some researchers that this part of the story has been added. As of today, researchers are no closer to understanding what creature was in the waters that day. Most have suggested the story is a hoax, but those who have studied the case have suggested otherwise, saying that they think the fishermen did encounter a large shark. Some theories have suggested that a small group of Megalodon sharks did manage to survive and relocate to deeper waters. Although this sounds far-fetched, they point to the few sightings people have had with large sharks. As of today, the case remains a mystery. Going back in the 1960s, there appeared to be another widely reported sighting of a Megalodon creature in the modern day. According to the report, a captain of a 50-foot-long fishing ship claimed that a massive white shark larger than the boat itself passed by while the captain and the crew were sitting at anchor. When people began to question the captain and claim that it had been nothing more than a whale, he continued to claim that he was an experienced fisherman and was well aware of what a whale looked like. He confirmed that it was indeed a larger shark and was not similar to that of a whale of any kind. Another large shark that people can still allegedly see today has become known as the black demon shark. This shark is said to live off the coast of Mexico, and every so often the locals, tourists, divers and fishermen get a glimpse of this giant. Most of the reports and sightings have been made by a number of fishermen across the Mexican coast, and they have claimed to have seen a massive black shark roughly 60 feet in length and resembling the build of a great white shark, but with that of a dark coloration across its body and a massively sized tail. Given the fact that many of these reports fit the modern day recreations using Megalodon skeletons, as well as their average tail size, it's led many to believe that it could be a possible hunting ground for the creature. Additionally, many of the fishermen that have reported the sighting have often been veterans in the field, never having once claimed such sightings in the past, and having more than enough experience with different species of whales throughout the region. One fisherman described fishing in the area and hooking onto a large fish. However, when he brought the fish in, it had been chewed in half. This wasn't unusual because great whites can be found in the area. However, when he looked at the bite marks, they were around 3 times larger than that of a great whites. To this day, no one's been able to identify what the black demon shark is. In conclusion, mainstream scientists completely debunk any claim involving a Megalodon shark, saying that our climate cannot support a shark the size of a Megalodon. They go on to say there's simply not enough food, and if they were real, there would be more than just a few scattered sightings. As mentioned though, some theorists have suggested these giants now live in deeper waters, and only come out when they need to. Something to bear in mind though is 95% of the ocean is still unexplored. So until someone has completely explored every part of the ocean, we can't say they don't exist. So far, scientists have discovered over 242,000 marine species. However, it's been estimated that every year over 2,000 new oceanic species are discovered. While people still report encountering giant sharks, stories of the Megalodon being alive will persist well into the future. So my question to you guys is, what do you make of these cases? And do you think the Megalodon shark is still roaming our oceans? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.